There are some places in Scotland that no matter how many times I visit, I never seem to get tired of coming back. Today, I'm spending an entire day rediscovering one of my favourite corners of Scotland and remembering exactly why I keep coming back. Because when Scotland looks like this, it's pretty difficult not to fall in love with it all over again. Back in January, I set off to drive the entire coast of mainland Scotland while living full-time in my van. Over the last 7 months, that journey has taken me north along Scotland's east coast, across the very top of the country, and now finally, heading west, I've reached one of my favourite places in the whole country. This is Durness. After spending the last few days deliberately slowing everything down, I wasn't quite ready to give up these peaceful mornings just yet. Waking up with Ceannabeinne Beach sitting right outside the van, there wasn't really any need to rush. Coffee first, then a little movement to convince my legs they've recovered from Ben Hope. There was only one way I wanted to start my first proper day in Durness.
Oh, it's pretty nippy, but it's not bad actually. I expected it to be much worse. Genuinely think I'm getting used to this now. And the tide's going out, so you need to go really far out here. There's some decent sized waves coming my way. I'm gonna struggle to get deep enough to get under here with these waves. I might just have to dive down. Can't get deep enough. That was class.
Sitting right up here on the far northwest edge of Sutherland, Durness is one of those places that somehow feels even more remote than its position on the map suggests. It's a landscape of huge open skies, rugged cliffs, and some of the most spectacular beaches you'll find anywhere in Scotland. Stretches of almost white sand meeting water that, on a day like this, looks like it belongs somewhere considerably more tropical. But what I love most about Durness is that it still feels small. There's no big town here, just a collection of scattered communities surrounded by this enormous landscape, with the Atlantic on one side and the mountains of the Northwest Highlands on the other. I've travelled through here plenty of times over the years, and I've seen it in just about every kind of weather Scotland can throw at you. But every time I come back, there's always that same feeling. That little reminder that you don't really need to travel to the other side of the world to find somewhere extraordinary. Sometimes it's sitting right here on your own doorstep. And with weather like this, I wasn't planning on wasting a second of it. Well, that was exactly what I needed. What a start to the day. I can see that the Golden Eagle zipline is open today, which is awesome. I've not done it in years. I can't wait to do it again. Let the adventures begin. Now, this is one of the main attractions just outside Durness at Ceannabeinne Beach. You can see here the zipline takes you right across this beach, and the beach itself is just absolutely incredible. It's one of my favourite beaches in the whole of Scotland. It's just stunning. And that's with the tide out. The water usually comes right up here. It really is just absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Right, I cannot wait for this. This is going to be awesome. That's what I've got to look forward to.
Right. Hook you on, but I'll keep you attached to the back. So we're ready just now, and you're sorted. Right, if you sit down.
Right, okay,
You're
let's
all
go.
good. Right,
let's
lift
go.
your feet, check it's all good. Ready?
Yep.
Have fun.
That was awesome.
Oh, that bit's much closer. Spin round, touch, there we go.
Happy days. Oh, that was brilliant. Oh, it never gets old. Look at that view. Wow. Some places just never get old. I never get sick and tired of coming here. I've been here many times before, and every single time it always kind of astounds me. It's like you're not even really in Scotland. And it's not just the sort of turquoise water and the white sand, it's just the feeling that you get when you're here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And not just this beach at Ceannabeinne, but Durness in general. It's just one of these places. It's like Glencoe for me. Glencoe, I just absolutely love it. And no matter how many times I drive up that A82 past the Three Sisters, it always gets me. And today I've done my cold dip, I've done my zip line, I'm just having my breakfast now, and we're going to find out whether or not Durness can still surprise me even more as the day continues. This is one of my favourite things about travelling. It's returning to the places that you love. You know, I think we all do, spend a lot of time trying to think about places we've never been before. And I'm guilty of that as well. I do it all the time, and rightly so. There's a beauty in that, obviously, as well. But I do like returning to certain places that kind of made you fall in love with it in the first place, you know? But the first time I came up here was not long after I got the van, and it made me fall in love with van life, ultimately. This was one of those places that really sort of confirmed it for me. Yeah, I've made the right decision. So it's always lovely coming back. I've visited Smoo Cave plenty of times over the years, but usually out of season when I've pretty much had the place to myself. Carved into the limestone here at Durness, what makes Smoo particularly unusual is that it's been shaped both by the sea and fresh water, with the Alt Smoo stream disappearing underground and eventually crashing into the cave below. And after all the rain we'd had recently, there was certainly no shortage of water today. But this was actually my first time visiting during the main season, which meant for the first time I could go a little further than I'd ever been before. So I joined the cave tour to find out what was hiding beyond the waterfall.
Line, and it's the beginning of a freshwater cave. So this rock here is 500 million year old rock called Durness limestone, and thousands of years ago, rainwater that's slightly acidic has settled in this nice big crack here and eroded away all the rock around us. Those are called stalactites. They're just formed by water dripping down the lake, and they kind of look all perlate.
This is so cool, and I can't believe there's a cave under that water. Wow.
Guys, when you're getting out of the boat, come to the very front, step on the side of the boat and then onto the ladder. You watch your head when you stand up. Get you up, you're right above you.
That was honestly just so amazing, seeing the waterfall up close, basically being under it and then going into that other chamber. And that cave that you see under the water, they've had divers go in there and get inside. I mean, that is scary. But we're here, they're doing a dig at the moment, and we're going to learn a little bit more about that here, and then the smithy as well.
This is a big stalactite. It's really tough calcium carbonate, so we can't actually dig through it, but we have to go underneath it. Once you to get under that lip, you can actually stand up.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's not the nicest place to be. But yeah, so all of these little shells you can see, these like limpets and periwinkles, all that is all ancient Mesolithic food waste from about 7,000 years ago. So people basically came to the cave in massive gatherings, ate massive banquets, and then threw all their food down and just never took the bins out. So it built up over time. So this actually goes 5 meters down to the natural cave floor. It goes all the way from the cave behind me to that little wall behind you guys. So it's really huge. Once you get down into it, you can find things like wild boar, crab, lobster, red deer, really good food people were eating. This would have been a pretty good place to come in the winter when food and land was more scarce.
Oh, honestly, what an experience that was. Getting the full tour. I've been here half a dozen times before, I would say. I had no idea of the complexity and just the amount of cave that there is here and the history behind it with the midden. I didn't know anything about the cavemen that lived here and the different digs that they're doing. A huge dig under that massive stalactite. Wow, honestly. And that £15 fee as well that you pay for that tour all goes towards that dig during the winter and just facilitating this place. So if you do get a chance to do it and come down here, I'd highly recommend it. It's superb.
Just a minute or so up the road from Smoo Cave, there's an often overlooked little memorial right here in Durness, and it has a connection you probably wouldn't expect. Long before John Lennon became one of the most famous musicians in the world, he spent many of his childhood holidays here, staying with family at Sangomore and exploring the beaches and wild landscapes around Durness. In fact, he loved this place enough to return in 1969 with Yoko Ono and their children. Today, the village remembers that connection with this small memorial garden, created in 2002, with 3 standing stones at his heart, bearing the words from one of Lennon's most personal songs, In My Life. It's quiet, understated, and incredibly easy to drive straight past, but that's exactly why I wanted to stop.
Ah, this will do nicely. A wee tent in front of us there, the cliffs, and the sea. Lovely jubbly. I can top up my water here as well. It is running a little bit low. And get a shower. See that one there? You can walk right out onto it. You've got the fence and that up there. I reckon that's going to be a pretty incredible spot. So I might just go there first actually and check it out. But I tell you what, after last week's episode, you know, leading into it, 3 days of just chill, I feel so energised today. It was exactly what I was needing. So I'm really happy, and I'm glad that I'm here so I can just properly chill out and get myself sorted. Perfect. Now this is an incredible spot. Just look at that beach, and then that beach at the side. Unreal. Just gorgeous. I'm not quite sure what they're called. I think that might be Durness, and I think at that side it might be Sangos Sands. I'm not quite sure, but this sort of rock formation splits them. Honestly stunning.
With the afternoon disappearing pretty quickly, it was time to get myself changed, grab my clubs and head to Durness Golf Course. It's about a half-hour walk from the campsite, but with views like these across the surrounding mountains, I certainly wasn't complaining. And besides, there was somewhere else I wanted to quickly stop by on the way. The Balnakeil Craft Village is a quirky little collection of independent workshops, galleries, cafes and craft shops. There's even a haunted house, but unfortunately it was closed today. I'd have happily spent longer here exploring, but I had a tea time waiting for me. And just beyond the village, the landscape opens up once again to Balnakeil Beach. Deep blue water, Atlantic breakers rolling towards the shore, and huge stretches of white sand disappearing off into the distance. And sitting right alongside all of this is a little golf course I'd be spending the rest of my afternoon on. I've played golf in some beautiful places over the years, but this was going to take some beating.
So, green fee, card. I'm assuming I just put the cash in here. That is pretty cool, isn't it? Little sort of honesty box system. Clubhouse is sort of closed today. Those little envelopes. 30 quid for 9 holes. Can't you grumble at that? Not when you get views like that behind us. Wow. I'm looking forward to playing into that last green. Looks like a par 3 from here, going right across the water to that green. Oh yes. Right, 9 holes, but they've got 2 different sets of tees for each hole, so you can play 18 if you want. And the holes will play slightly differently each time. This is why I came here, this is why I wanted to play this course. For these views, on a day like today with the weather the way it's been. It's in the evening now, so it's nice and chilled. And just enjoy a nice wee round of golf in a beautiful, beautiful place. Oh, an absolutely stunning looking course. The mountains in the distance there, walking down that fairway. Unreal. Go on, get up! You know, a lot of these episodes I've showed occasionally like me fishing and things like that. And fishing, that's like meditation for me. You're just, all you're concentrating on is your rod just going do-do-dum, and that's you. But golf does the same thing for me, and they're both activities that I used to do a lot when I was younger. I used to fish when I was a kid into my sort of mid-teens, and then mid to late teens I played golf an awful lot as well. And they're both things that I kind of forgot about for many, many years. I only started fishing again really after the first COVID lockdown. So it was one of the first things you could do. Same with golf. It's one of the first sort of activities you could do. And it reignited my love for it. I didn't realise how much I missed it actually. And I can understand why fishing is, it's actually prescribed to help people with mental health problems and things like that. It is like meditation, but I get that from golf. So I make no apologies for bringing my golf clubs for the rest of this journey to get the odd round in. And with this as well, with golf, you're getting so many steps in too. Carrying my bag, it's only going to help again with my general fitness as I go into the mountains. And, you know, it just allows me a chance, have a hit of a golf ball, don't care what I score or how I play, on my own today, just enjoying it. And if there was members here, jump on with them, I would have played with someone else as well. Not a bad wee walk down to the 9th tee. Absolutely stunning.
And then came the 9th, a little par 3 over the water, and very nearly a moment I'll never forget.
Getting a round of applause there. Bloody hell, that was so close to hole in one. Could you even imagine that on camera too? Look at it there. It's just a couple of feet. What a stunning wee course though. Finishing off with a Magic 2. But look at those views. Sensational.
So after a braw wee round of golf, it was back to the campsite and it was time for a wee refreshment or two.
Time's it closed? 9?
10.
10?
9 for kids, 10 for adults.
Okay. Cheers, pal.
No problem. Cheers, man. Thank you.
Cheers.
Enjoy that.
I will.
Thank you.
This seemed like the perfect opportunity in this week's video to thank all of you that have bought me a Guinness in recent weeks. I am saving it all up for a new camera, and any contributions on that website will always go back into the creation of this content for you to enjoy. So thank you.
So I missed the burger van tonight outside the pub and any food that they were serving with the game of golf. Need to organise all my footage from today. I've just reverted back to my bratwurst hot dogs. Look at that. With some red onion, some mustard and some tomato sauce on freshly baked bread. Lovely jubbly, this will do me. I've got a bunch of footage to get through from today to get organised. It's late now, it's like 9:30. So, not quite finished yet, maybe another hour or so. But I really hope you've enjoyed coming along with me to explore Durness. It is one of these places that never gets old. Absolutely incredible. It's a beautiful corner of Scotland, and it's as far along the north coast as you can actually get in a van, or any vehicle for that matter, because to get to the most northwesterly point you need to take a completely different mode of transport altogether. And I really want to get there for this journey. Even though I can't take the van there, I might have to leave Skye behind, but I really want to get there, and I've got a plan. So make sure you join me next week, because I'll be taking you to the very northwestern point of mainland Britain, Cape Wrath. I'll see you next week. Like and subscribe for more van life adventures.